What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be talking a little bit about something we have not talked about in a few weeks because everything went to form. Everything went as well as it possibly could have, and now we are at the final two. It was looking bad. It was looking bad at one stage, that's all I can say. It was looking like we were gonna get that bum Patrick Ewing. It was looking like we were gonna get him, but our savior Jared Culver pulled through, and we got the dream final. And before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. 250k subs by the end of this month. Right now we are about we're actually at like 850, so we're only 150 off because I'm just, obviously this picture's a little bit old. We're just over 7,000 away. So like if we get somehow hit 243k by like the end of the day or tomorrow morning, that would be insane. But anyway, now let's get on to the main purpose of the video. And what is the main purpose of the video? It is the Galaxy Opal bracket. So if you guys see from the last round, round 2, it was a pretty easy one. For the guys that we wanted. So basically, if you guys knew anything about my team, you guys know that as a community, we wanted Toppin, we wanted Culver to come through. Jared Culver beat Patrick Ewing by 0.5%. It was so close. Toppin dominated the whole way through, but Culver destroyed Drummond, and Culver very comfortably beat Greg Oden. I actually thought for some reason that Greg Oden was going to beat Culver. I don't know why. Culver comfortably beat him, and then Toppin ended up winning. So the two best players are here. So the final right now, we have 10,000 votes. It's a weird one. It says there's 1 day left. Like, if you guys don't know, these used to be given out during the tournament, like right after the final. So like the last time they did one, the last 2 times they did one of these, it was literally like the NCAA final. The game happened, and then right afterwards they released the card. So basically this year it seems they're doing it the next day, which, you know what, it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's completely irrelevant for me. But so I personally voted for Culver, and Obi Toppin is there. And I'm gonna explain now my reasoning for the vote and who I believe you should vote for what reasons. Because this is one. I'm going to say it. We've won. As a community, we're getting a good card. We're going to get a good free Opal. Like these are guys that 2K can give them some bang average stats and they'll still be good. That is why we were so excited for these two specific cards. So let me explain why people are so excited. So we've got Obi Toppin's card right here. So this is the best Obi Toppin card we have in the game. And stats doesn't matter. Like 2K are going to give them good stats, but not great stats. Like they're going to have stats that are comparable to like low end Opals. Like it's not going to be like this. It's not going to be this upper echelon of Opals. It's not going to be a 25. It's highly unlikely to be a 25 intangible player with the best stats in the game. But it's very likely that comparable stats wise to like a Ascension card, like a Billy Cunningham type stat wise. But what we've got with Obi Toppin, we've got a power forward who's got a really good player build from what I remember. 6'9" with a decent wingspan. His dribble sigs, they're going to be updated. Like that's one thing that's going to happen. The dribble sigs will be updated. But he's got base 75, and it's going to be on either quick or very quick. I'd say more likely quick than very quick, but it's going to be on one or the other. Base 75 is like Ingram, Jalen Brown, Kenyon Martin. Like I think the player that we're going to see that he's the most similar to is Kenyon Martin. Same height, like slightly different wingspan. Like you got an inch longer wingspan on Obi Toppin, but I reckon he's gonna be very, very similar to the Evo'd Kenyon Martin. Like gold range extender, half clamps, 19-20-ish half badges, Pro 3 escape, Pro 4 behind the back. Because he is a locker code that everyone's gonna get, and like we have to remember, like Kevin Love wasn't good. And like base 75 on quick. I think if we're looking at Obi Toppin, very much he's just going to be very like the Kenyon Martin card. But I like this Kenyon Martin card. I'll say it, I like him. I still like this card to this day. I wouldn't mind having him free. Do I think he's better than Chicken Man Jameson? Probably not, but I wouldn't mind getting him free. And if you're just starting off the game, you better believe he's a nice player to get for free. You better believe that this is a card that you're going to want if he's completely free. And then when we are talking about Culver, Jared Culver, he's a small forward, power forward. He was a point guard last year. I'm going to say this now. I don't think 2K make him point guard. He's literally, these SIGs are DeRozan. He's gonna be a Galaxy Opal DeMar DeRozan. They're probably going to make him Curry, but I wouldn't say it's a guarantee that he can Curry. It's going to be Brandon Roy. It's another Brandon Roy. So it's more than likely going to be just another Brandon Roy card. And Brandon Roy's good. He's going to be in the mid-20s Hall of Fame badges. I reckon they give him like probably 92, 93 speed. Like if you're looking Brandon Roy, these exact same SIGs with slightly different dribble style and a release on quick, I think they're going to just make him another Brandon Roy. And I like Brandon Roy. So it's basically like we're looking at either another Kenyon Martin or another Brandon Roy. And it all comes down to preference, because like it all depends on really what you need for your squad. Because for me, I'm not entirely sure I run either of them. But one thing I will say is that if you're looking at that power forward position, there aren't that many real good cheap options. It doesn't matter what gen you're on. Like, I think PG's cheap enough as far as I'm aware. I don't think Paul George is expensive. But again, like 30k, like that's expensive for some people. So I'm trying to think of what options you can get for like under 15k. You can get like Crozier. You have to range up Jeff Green, which is going to cost you 20k. Like small forwards that can play there. Like Oubre's meh. Oh, I will say it though, Oubre's not going to be that much worse than the free card we get. He's not going to be that much worse than Toppin if we end up getting him. But at that position, it's kind of weak. Like there are not that many, and especially for free cards or if you've just started off the game, there are not many great budget options at that power forward position. Whereas if you go for the two guards, you've got Lionel Messi, you got Lionel Simmons, you've got what's his name? I look at the amount of ones I have. You've got Wade if you're looking for a point guard. You got Malik Sealy. Heck, Rudy Fernandez is a better equivalent at that position than almost any cheap player at that power forward position. Then you got Clay as well. You got Buddy if you got him last season. There is Kevin Porter Jr., Felipe Lopez. Levine's not that expensive, right? He's kind of expensive, but not that expensive right now. So there's so many good two guards that will be, I reckon, somewhat comparable to the Culver card that we get. So it all really depends on what type of player you are. Who will be the better of Jared Culver or Obi Toppin? I'm going to say there's like a 90% chance that Culver's going to be a better card. But it all depends on your team need. So if you've got a 500k plus squad, Culver is going to be better than all of those cheap alternatives, I reckon. I reckon Culver, especially in current gen, is going to be better than all of those cheap guys. He's going to be one of the top 10 two guys in the game, no question about it. But there's a catch. Culver is not going to be as much better than the budget options as Toppin is going to be over the budget power forwards. So if you are just starting off the game and you are looking to kind of build your team, or you're looking to get into my team, I think Toppin's probably the best option. But if you are like a seasoned player, you're looking for the best possible card, it's going to be Jared Culver. So it really all depends on what you need. Like for me, I voted for Culver because I just wanted the best card possible. But looking at it now, Culver won't make my team unless they give him Curry slide. If they give him Curry slide and Hot Blinders, he makes my team. Or heck, if they give him Curry slide, make him Curry slide, Brandon Roy probably makes my team over Clyde, but it's close. But Toppin has a 50-50 chance, so it is kind of a weird one. But I reckon it all depends on your mentality. Vote for who you want. This one is really a vote for who you want type thing. I've weighed up the pros, the cons. Well, there's no cons. These cards are both going to be very good at everything. There's not really going to be any cons, but the pros and cons of choosing one over the other. So I think for the vast majority of players, Toppin is going to offer more than a Culver, because in terms of value over replacement player, that's stat they try to use, a stupid stat they always argue with LeBron James why he's the best player to ever play. I believe he's the best ever, but not because of that stat. I think Toppin over Culver for that, but Culver is going to be the better player. But there's a lot more really good alternatives to Culver, and I don't think there's going to be any really good cheap alternatives to Toppin for the budget guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. There's no wrong answer with this. There really is no wrong answer with this. Pick whoever you want. If you're a Knicks fan and you want Toppin, go ahead. It's not a wrong option. If you really want a guard and you want the best player possible, vote for Culver. It's not a wrong option. It's relatively close. I reckon Toppin's probably going to win. Tell us Twitter for advertisers, mean. But I reckon Toppin's probably going to win. And you know what? I'm happy either way. I pushed for Culver to get to the final because I was scared that Ewing was going to... Because Ewing was going to beat Drummond. Ewing's probably going to beat Oden. I was scared Ewing could win the whole thing if he beat Culver. But right now, look, even though I want Culver to win, Toppin's my number 2 option. So I'm good. I'm good either way. So vote whoever you want. I'm not going to try sway this either way. I've explained what type of players each of them suits, and there's no wrong answer. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.